Cabinet has approved the procurement of 83 LCA or Light Combat Aircraft Tejas from the HAL for the Indian Air Force. The Cabinet met under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister in New Delhi on the 13th of January and has now approved the procurement of the Tejas fighter aircraft. We must mention over here that Tejas is an Indian aircraft. The cost is going to be around 45,000 crore rupees along with design and development of infrastructure sanctions. Let me now quickly go to Vishnu Shom. Vishnu also has the distinction of being the first Indian journalist to have flown the LCA Tejas. Vishnu, this induction, what does this mean for the Air Force?
Well, think about it at a time when, the economy is in a pretty bad way. The fact that the government has actually gone ahead with this anticipated deal gives you an indicator of the importance it's putting on stepping up the ability, the numbers, the capability of the Indian Air Force. Now, the deal is huge. It's a 45,696 crore deal for 83 aircraft and a 1,202 crore rupee deal for the infrastructure development which is also taking place. So the images on your screen are actually of the Tejas jet. It's 83 aircraft which are now being acquired. Now, very importantly, the Tejas is going to, by the time this is all over, and I'm talking about, say, the next 10 years or so, possibly be the backbone or the mainstay of the Indian Air Force in what is, without any doubt, a huge, huge fillip for indigenization, Atmanirbhar Bharat in India. There are already 40 Tejas jets on order. Those are Mark 1. The jets now being acquired are Mark 1A. They incorporate more than 50 changes from the original variant, far more capable, totally new radar, more weapons will be incorporated, greater use, ease of maintenance, more availability as well. And ultimately, these 83 now being acquired will pave the way for the ultimate variant of the Tejas called the Tejas Mark II. That will be several years before it comes. The aircraft itself has turned out to be better than many skeptics would have actually believed it to be. It's now in frontline Indian Air Force service. You're progressively making the jet more capable, and with this order being signed today, this is going to be the most advanced variant of the Tejas so far.
Vishnu, where does this aircraft stand, or this fighter jet, if you were, stand vis-a-vis, the procurement that we have done from France?
Yeah. So the Rafale is an altogether different aircraft. The Rafale is far more capable than the Tejas. It's meant to be. It carries much more than the Tejas as well in terms of weaponry. It's got possibly a greater integration of its weapons and its avionics, its electronic warfare systems. It fulfills a different role. Remember, it's also a nuclear capable strike aircraft, possibly the most advanced in its class in the world. So therefore, when we talk about the Tejas, we need to compare the Tejas with fighters in its class. And in the Indian inventory, the fighter that many people would talk about is the Mirage 2000. By the time the Mark 1A variant, which has been ordered now, comes into service, it will in many respects have matched the capability of the Mirage 2000 advanced variants, the Dash 5I, which is now in service with the Indian Air Force. And that's actually saying a lot, considering that this aircraft is indigenous in many ways. Yes, the engine isn't indigenous, but in terms of the design, the mission computer, the fly-by-wire system, ultimately the radar, avionics, the cockpit display, and several subsystems and weapons, it is Indian. And if you're able to actually get a jet of the capability ballpark of the Mirage 2000, then that's actually quite significant. The images that you see on your screen now are actually images from the jet which I flew on. I was in the lead the jet over there. This was a few years back. The Tejas is actually a remarkable fighter in many ways for that indigenous content that we talk about. Skeptics would say that, no, look, the engine is still not Indian. That's right. But if you look at comparable aircraft of the same size, for example, the Swedish Gripen, I can tell you that those have imported components from more than 6 or 7 other countries. And so where the indigenous setup has believed that there is no point in reinventing the wheel, they've not done it. And in many cases, they've been unable to. And those are the components that they have incorporated over here in India. However, what they do want to do is increase the indigenization depending on what they can actually indigenize and if it makes sense to indigenize that. So the Tejas is actually it's a good aircraft, doesn't carry very much in terms of weaponry, but again with the Mark 1A and ultimately the Mark 2, the carrying up capacity would actually go up of the weapons that it has under its wings. But in terms of its avionics, its radar, its interface in the cockpit, electronic warfare systems, increasingly, it's absolutely right up there with comparable platforms anywhere in the world.
You know, my final question to you, Vishnu, and as we saw those fascinating pictures of you flying the aircraft, now we do know, and I'm sure you too are aware, that India is short as far as the its marked capability or the number of squadrons we must have in the Indian Air Force. How big a relief is this going to be to the Indian Air Force, which has been appealing to the government to procure more fighter aircraft?
So just do the math. It's 18 aircraft a squadron, and therefore if there are 83 aircraft coming in, you'd have several squadrons of the Tejas aircraft. Squadron strength of the Indian Air Force has been falling significantly. You're nowhere at the government-sanctioned squadron strength of the Indian Air Force, and therefore when you have orders like this, that squadron strength goes up. Those who believe that in fact that ultimate squadron number that you're looking at doesn't need to be incorporated because the aircraft that are now coming online are more capable and therefore the numbers can be lower. That has been disputed by many. A lot of people would say that in fact what the government has stated on record in terms of what it wants in its squadron strength, above 43 squadrons or so, I believe, that is the minimum required. And I would argue that that is very much the case, given the threat that one faces from China.
All right, Vishnu Som, many thanks for joining us. So this is a big shot in the arm for the Indian Air Force, where the government has placed an order of 83 Tejas jets that has been approved. The procurement has been approved by the Union Cabinet.